Welcome all. Now we will see types of cell references. As we already learned in the previous video that cell reference means if we refer any address of the cell in the formula or in the function is known as cell reference. So you can see here in this formula also given there. You can just check some addresses are given there. So these addresses are referred as cell references. Now types of cell references. We are having three types of cell references there. First is relative, second absolute, and third is mixed. So we will learn in detail what these are and what is the meaning of these three types of cell references. First of all, we will understand about the relative cell reference. So in relative cell reference, we will see that what happens when we copy formula from one cell to another cell, how it reacts. Suppose for example in the B7 cell I am writing a formula here equals to sum B2 colon B6. Now I want to find the sum of English and maths also. So I will do what? I will copy this formula and paste in the C7 cell. So we will copy and paste it. Now see, when I paste this formula here, what happened? It was previously the range was B2 to B6. Now it changes to the C2 to C6. Means what happened there? There is a change in the reference. When I copy formula or function from one column to another column, its references will change, and this concept is known as relative reference. Suppose when I just again copy it to the D column and it changes its references according to the column there. It's known as relative reference there. Now next one is absolute reference. Now as under the relative reference we come to know that whenever we copy and paste the formula or the functions, it changes its references. So now in this example we have a scenario there that we have to add bonus marks in all the totals we are having for all three subjects. So what we write? We write there plus and the address of the cell, that is F2, having the marks that required to be added there. So I write the formula or the function, you can see equals to sum B2 colon B6 plus F2 and I press enter. Okay, I got the result there. Correct. Now I again copy this same formula to the next cell. It become like that equals to sum C2 colon C6 plus G2. Now just check it here. Your F2 become G2 now. Now what happened? But we want to add the value of F2 cell only. So we require here that whenever I copy, the G2 will, that F2 will remain same. It will not become G2 or anything else. It will remain fixed there. So what we will do? We will use this equals to sum B2 colon B6 plus $F$2. Okay, so this is what absolute reference. It means what? I want this cell to be remain fixed whenever I copy and paste. So I put what? $sign before the column name and the row number. And now if I copy and paste the next cell, you see it, the C2 colon C6 will change, okay, but the F2 will remain same. It means C2 C6 are having a relative cell reference here, and your F2 is having a absolute cell reference. So you can see here the result is there. Now next is mixed cell reference. As I told you earlier, in the absolute cell reference, when you put $sign, it will not change. When you copy and paste the formula or the function, it will not change the reference, whichever the cell address is having a $sign. So in the mixed cell reference, suppose again we have a scenario there that I want to add this G1, that is the bonus, in all the some of the marks there. So I write a formula on the function. You can see here equals to sum b2 colon d2 plus g1. G1 is this 100. So now what happens? You will get the result easily. But when you copy and paste the formula to the next cell, it becomes what? B2 colon D2. Okay, and this will become what? G2. Now you see this G2 is empty. There is no value in this. Okay, so this will create problem for us. So in the we can apply mixed reference also here. We can just see that here the rows are changing. Okay, whenever you copy and paste the formula, rows will change, but columns will remain same. Okay, so we do one thing. We just write here $1. Write here what? $1. We will not put dollar sign before the column name. We'll put dollar sign before the 1 because every time this 1 will change here. Okay, as the rows will change, so we just restrict the row here by putting a dollar sign here. So this is known as what you can see here. Last till last also here columns will remain same, but the rows will change. Okay, so we are not putting dollar sign before that g. If you put dollar sign before g, doesn't matter, it will work. If you don't put the dollar sign before g, it will work because here only row is changing, and this is the example of mixed reference. Okay, means any one of the means either the column name, either the row number will have a dollar sign. It is known as mixed reference there.